Oh, hello, and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 Blue emote. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes. And also, you can throw those in there as an applause as we say thank you to Sharks 2K. Sharks 2K use their Prime sub to renew for 23 months. That's almost 2 years. And said at work, so can't watch. Have a great show. Well, Sharks 2K, thank you for renewing. Thank you for using Prime. Thank you to Harold, who's here saying old anime. Does anime have an expiration date? Yes, in the pre-show, I did mention that we'll be talking about some anime that, instead of talking about anime that's new this season, we will be chatting about an anime from, I believe, the year 2015 that I've never seen before, and I watched the first 3 episodes of. And we'll chat about that. Also, Ghost Valve is here, and Lashberg is here. Yes, so I thought Reincarnated as a Sword was starting yesterday. It's not. It's starting next Wednesday, so I can't talk about it yet, even though the first episode did air at some Japanese conventions in April, but I didn't see that, so I can't talk about the first episode, but it's out next week, and I'll talk about it next week. Harold says, I'm not sure how long I'm going to stay. I'm on my phone. Still no internet, but my power is on. Well, Harold, I'm very glad that you are not wasting your battery hanging out with us if you didn't have power in the house. I'm glad your power's back. I hope your internet comes back soon, because I know it is literally vital to people. But I'm glad you have power. I hope everything's good. We'll get into some weather talk as we get going here. Just seeing, hopefully a few more friends are going to join us tonight as we finish this kit, the Zedas. I have done one leg, and I have done the arms, the chest, and the head. We got to do the waist and the other leg and the tail. So I think we'll finish this tonight. We'll stay late if we have to. I'll go a little past 11. I don't mind doing that on a Thursday. I don't really have a lot to do tomorrow, so it's okay to stay a little late if we got to in order to get this kit done. All right, so I'm going to reply to my own tweet, see if we can get a few more friends to join us tonight. Quickly, before we get into that, it is my last stream in September. So tomorrow is the last day of September. Today is the last stream of September. So if you would like to subscribe, hey, Lord Crashing, welcome. If you'd like to subscribe for the first time, if you want to gift a sub, you can save money doing that. If you want to extend and buy a couple more months at a discounted price, you can do that. It's still September, so you can still save money, and they added in the last week, so it's been this week here, where you can also gift a sub and save some money. So if that's something you'd like to do, now's a great time to do that. Because on Saturday, it'll be the first stream of the month. And I'll have a new song, so your channel points will go to a new party song, and it'll be fun. And also on Saturday, I will have so much goddamn anime to talk about, because I will have watched 5 new and returning shows. I'll be watching, the second episode of a new show, first episodes of a brand new show, and then the first episodes of the second season or second part of 3 shows. I don't know if I'm going to cover Pop Team Epic outside of the first episode because it is so bizarre and I don't know how to explain Pop Team Epic, but I might just cover it at the end. I don't know. But let's, I'm going to reply to my own tweet, see if we can get a few more friends to join us, because that's always nice. And then we'll get into model kit building and hanging out. Premium Bandai is putting kits up for sale. We'll start with that. I am not pre-ordering any of the kits. I am on a buying freeze, although, holy shit, one of them looks ungoddamn beautiful, or gorgeous, unbelievably. I said ungoddamn. I mean unbelievably goddamn gorgeous. There are a couple that look just incredible that are going up for pre-order. But I will not. Oh god, this Barbatos looks so fucking good. I'm gonna show it real quick here. But it is $62 for a master grade, and I am not gonna be spending $62 for this master grade. But I will show it on screen here. Look at that beautiful kit. Look at those colors. Have I built this kit already? Yes. Would I like to build this the Barbatos recirculation color / neon blue? Yes, I would absolutely love to build this fucking killer kit that is $62, and I will not be pre-ordering it from Premium Bandai. But yeah, it's unbelievable. Lord Crescent says, I see Twitch added a way to highlight messages that stay in chat for $5 for 30 seconds and $100 for 2.5 minutes. Yes, they did. I don't believe it glows in the dark, but it is goddamn gorgeous. Yeah, so you'll tell me, because I can't see it in my chat myself. I don't know, because I know it's being rolled out to some people, and I don't think it's been rolled out to every Twitch. If it has that thing where you can do it, please don't. If you wanted to, look, first of all, I read every chat message because there aren't millions of you or thousands of you. Let's be realistic. There aren't like so many of you that I would need. Okay, you got a pop up about it. Okay, it should be down below by like the bottom buttons near the chat button for you, but I can't see it. I guess actually. Hold on, I can't. I could see it if I did this, because I believe I'm not logged into my Twitch on. Hold on, we don't want audio to bleed here. I don't believe that I'm logged on to my Twitch in Chrome. So if I open up Chrome and look at it, I can start watching. All right. Well, right now I can't, but that's because I'm not logged into anything. Probably. It's Lord Crashing wants me to dance button, which I will. I will hit the dance button. Here we go. Here's the dance button. Oh wait, I just realized I have audio muted, so you couldn't hear that. Here's the dance button. Hello, Aristophan, and welcome. So it's next to gems and emote buttons right in the text. Yeah, last dance song of the month. You can use this throughout the night, folks. Use your channel points for how many hit the dance button, and I will certainly hit that dance button. But yes, we will be replacing that dance button, dance song with another song for Saturday's stream, because it is the end of the month. We're working on the other leg here, so let's get into this other leg. We did one leg, we got to do the other leg. So I need that polycap. I need another polycap here. Yeah, so I guess here's my thing, friends. If you hit that button that will keep your chat message at the top of the chat and visible to people, you can do that, and it will cost you too much money, and I get a percentage of that money, and Twitch gets a percentage of that money. Or you can just write whatever you want for free, and I will read it. Now, do I occasionally not get into it with people? Do I occasionally make the decision not to engage? Yes. But also, if you wrote something I didn't want to engage with and spent money, I also wouldn't engage with it because I don't want to engage with it. It can't make me talk about the thing that you wrote. And I guess you could spend that money, and then when I didn't mention it, you could get mad. But also, I don't care about that. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as the super chats go. Look, if you want to give me money, there are a lot of ways to give me money. Become a subscriber. Join my Patreon. Give money to my coffee or directly to me through PayPal. Become a member on my YouTube. There are various ways in order to support me financially, all of which are cool, and none of which are super chats, which feel weird as far as the many things that Twitch has integrated recently. A lot of the changes, some of them are good. The chat highlight thing is kind of cool. I now get highlights for first-time chatters, suspicious users, and I have subscribers and VIPs and moderators turned on. Basically, lots of people are chat highlighted. Actually, I'm going to turn that and that. Yeah, we'll close that out. Like, those things are nice. Twitch did okay there. All right, weather. So, earlier in the week, use that elevated tool on the huge chats where messages last about half a second. Yeah, I guess. Or don't do that, because it's paying because then it's obligating people that don't really care about reading their chat to do it, and they don't want to do it, and it's just weird. Yes, and also those large chatters, in the same way that they're still testing that program where you can spend money to get like the streamer you're watching a better position on twitch.tv, which is just nonsense. That's terrible. I hope I never get that. I hope that goes away before it goes wider to people. I want access to the guest star thing. I want to have people on as guests. I don't have access to that as an affiliate right now. That's something that I think would be cool and I would like. I don't have that. Anyway, weather. We'll briefly chat about this. I could lose power tomorrow. I definitely could lose power tomorrow. And I might not get it back on Saturday. So there's a chance I won't stream on Saturday. I will keep you posted because I will still have my phone and I will be able to tweet out stuff and post in the Discord, my Discord. And I will certainly do that if necessary. I will let you know. But early in the week, they were like, hey, late Thursday, early Friday, it's going to be like 50-mile-an-hour winds. And I was like, oh, fuck, we are definitely going to be in trouble. And then now they're like 35-mile-an-hour winds, but it'll be Friday morning. And I'm like, okay. Then also around here, around these parts, they went from saying it's a hurricane to it's a tropical storm to it's a hurricane to it might become a tropical storm again. And I don't know. I hope it's not a big deal. I hope my friends who are affected do well and you know and their power comes back on, because I know some people are dealing with that, certainly. And I hope all that works out for them soon. I know that Harold, you have your power, you don't have internet, but you have power, which is great. Somebody that I've worked with on a charity streams, a Stroud, has he is without power still. Oh no, he got his power back today. That's right. He was without power yesterday and then into today, but he got his power back, which is great. He's also a Floridian. And yeah, I generally hope that it is not a big deal. We've had a lot of branches fall because the wind has been consistent all day. So that's fun. Got the generator out of its box in the garage and into the area where we will set it up in our porch. Our screened porch, so that's ready for the generator in case we need that. I watched a YouTube video to remind myself how to use the generator because it's been a hot minute since I used that thing, which was only once to make sure it worked. So that's fun. Ooh, we had a few viewers drop out on us. That's a shame. You do hate to see that. It's okay, but I don't love it. And of course, the numbers look way bigger. My viewer numbers and users in chat are different. They look different. And I don't know which one is accurate. So that's always fun. Hopefully there'll be a few more. They'll just, the numbers are just being weird today. Who knows? I shouldn't look at them. I could click a thing to make it go away, and then I wouldn't see how many viewers I have. But I can't do that to myself. For whatever reason, I must continue to know how many people are watching. It's not good for me, but it is something that I do. Okay, so we got our weather update here. Probably talk about games a little later. I did mention there are new model kits. Nothing that was shown got me going, and that might be my own state that I'm in right now, my own vibes that I've got going here. But the master grade super deformed, the SDMGs that they showed, does nothing for me. I don't really like the SD. I also think, hey, this was a great opportunity to change the fucking name because it's bad. SD is a bad name. Calling the Chibi kit a super deformed, I don't care how long it's been used in outside of mobile suits. I think SD is a bad name. Also, because everything else is a G. So just call it that. Call it something great. Grade it. Now, obviously, they're master grades, now, so it's at a master grade of that. But I think it's bad. Also, I don't really like the little chibi mobile suits. I've never really loved that chibi interpretation, so I'm not like keen on that. There's going to be a full mechanics of a Mercury kit. I do like full mechanics kits, but I haven't seen how those feel to build yet, so I'm kind of holding judgment a little bit on that until I've actually built the kit. We finished the foot, got a foot done. So I'm not like super gung-ho about that right now, but I could be. I could get into those. And of course, there's a premium Gundam, put up some stuff, but I am on a buying freeze. I have quite the backlog and not a lot of disposable income at the moment, so I am not looking to buy a bunch of shit. Even if they do look super cool. All right, so we did that. Quick thing, Jackbox Party Pack 9 is coming out October 20th. So we will be streaming on the following Tuesday as I'm continuing to do my Tuesday streams. So that means that save the date, October 24th. We're trying out the new Jackbox. So October 24th, because the game comes out on the 20th. So the following Tuesday, I will be playing that. And again, will I be checking in with Rich Gallup to see if Rich Gallup can get me a code? Yes, I will. Will I feel bad if he says no, he can't do that? No, I will not feel bad. But I do need to ask because he is an employee there now and my friend. And why not? I mean, we're going to play it at least twice. We'll play it several times probably. So why not? Let's see. I'm going to refresh. Just going to refresh this here, right here. I know that Twitch was like down for some people yesterday, which was real weird because all of a sudden I went on YouTube to look at some video stuff and a bunch of people who I follow on YouTube were like streaming there instead of streaming on Twitch, which is what they do during the day. And I was like, this is weird. It was very strange. Let's see. Other things to talk about. Okay, Stadia is going away. That was the big gaming news today. Was a bunch of people remembered that Stadia is a thing. That seemed to be the big deal. Because not a lot of people apparently knew that Stadia was still a thing that you could just buy games on. Now, have I ever used Stadia? No. Did I have a Stadia account? Yes. I did have a Stadia account because I got 3 months of it free because I was a YouTube devs. We're still working on games for it. Yes, Lord Crashington. Indeed, they were. I still am a YouTube Premium subscriber, and there was a period there where if you paid for Premium, YouTube used to be called YouTube Red, and they changed it to Premium, which is fine. You could get a Chromecast Ultra, a Stadia controller, and 3 months free of Stadia. So I got that, not for the Stadia controller, for the Chromecast for free. And the controller, I was like, that's fine, because you can use the controller on a PC with you can't use it wirelessly. It has to be wired, but it still works. And I was like, I'll try this out. Turns out I didn't really use it for anything. And I didn't pay for any games or anything like that. But I use my Chromecast almost every night to cast stuff from my phone and watch YouTube videos before I fall asleep on my TV, which is a perfectly acceptable use case. I think it is a fine thing. All right, that's right. So I got to put some polycaps in here. I remember this other leg was annoying, so I'm going to be using this. Lord Christian says, I signed up for the trial, started one game for a few seconds, quit out, and never came back. No real issues, just never had the time for it. I hear you. Yeah, it's like, if it's not something you're actively interested in, it's hard to get interested in it. I do wish I'd gotten a discount Chromecast. Yes. I guess you'll get a refund of some sort. No, Lord Crashington, I won't, because I didn't spend any money. Because I know some people were like, oh, can I get money back for it? Well, no, you didn't buy a Chrome. If you have purchased, if you purchase a controller from them, if you purchased hardware from them, if you bought games or DLCs, you could get a refund. And they will doing those refunds, which is interesting and kind of cool for consumers. Now, I didn't spend any money, so I'm not getting anything, which is fine because I didn't spend any money. But yeah, no, that's not a thing, and you don't have to send the stuff back, so that's kind of nice. If you like bought a replacement controller, I guess at some point you could get that back, and that would be good. Yeah, if you bought a lot of shit in like Destiny, I guess you could transfer that stuff over. And basically, they sent out an email to people working there, and then the public, blog post, and then some people found out via the blog post or the write-ups on websites that tweeted their write-ups, links to their write-ups on Twitter, including developers who had games coming out this week for Stadia. Necrosoft was porting a game that was going to come out, and that was helping, and the money there was helping them to like break even. There are devs whose games will not come out on the service because the store is closed today. So the store is closed. You can't buy anything from Stadia. You can't buy a controller and use it for a little while and then get your money back or anything like that and keep the controller. They closed the store, so you can't do anything. You can use the service until January, but that's it. Yeah, I mean that controller isn't great, but it is a fun it's a fine emergency controller. I've got the Xbox One knockoff, the Amazon Xbox One wired controller, and that works great. That works fantastic. That is my current PC controller. It's an Amazon Basic that is meant to be like the One controller, and it works great. But I do have that as a backup in case something happens. That way I can keep gaming. So yeah, obviously for devs, it's a nightmare and a real shame for devs that didn't know, for devs that were counting on that money. Also, one could argue that even considering the fact that Google apparently paid very well. They paid a lot of money to get games on, and then they paid good amounts for indie stuff. Even considering that, which is awesome to hear, you had to imagine that things were going to go south if you made a Stadia port or you made a deal with Google. There was a website that was tracking based on the Google Graveyard data of like how long, like basically Google products and products that Google has purchased have a life expectancy of 4 years. This is not going to hit 4 years. Also, because Razer eventually kept the store open for a while, the Ouya will have a longer lifespan than Stadia. And I don't know if there's more of a indictment available than that. Than the idea that Ouya is going to outlive it due to the store being, taken over and run by Razer. So that, it just sucks for a lot of people. And also, I guess it sucks for people that liked Stadia. Because that's a service they, like if you put, okay, so here are the people who are not getting their money back. People that gave Google a lot of money for like the Stadia Pro subscribers, those folks aren't getting any of that money back. That's it, I guess, as far as who's getting money back there. Dozens of us. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously it wasn't popular enough, but also this is what fucking Google does. Like, that's it. Google, like, they put a lot of money into some elements of it, but then closed all their internal studios that were making exclusive content for it and kept up their third-party deals for the most part, it seems like. And then, like, just kind of like let it die. a shame. I mean, it's not the biggest shame, but it is a shame for folks that worked on it, for folks that worked hard on it, that were, for folks that were counting on that money being a thing that they would get because they signed a contract for money and were expecting that money to go through. It's a shame. Let's see. We did that. We'll talk about that in the second hour, I'm sure. Probably both those things in the second hour. Stadia. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about a thing so you might have some context for why other people are talking about it. In a little segment I like to call, yeah, I know who the Try Guys are. Yeah, I'll say that again because I said it weird. Yeah, I know who the Try Guys are. I am aware of the Try Guys as an entity that exists on YouTube and podcasts and Patreon and one Food Network show and 2 books and a movie, like a made by them documentary and a live tour that probably would have continued if not for COVID. I am aware of these folks, and I know context for why people were talking about it this week. So we'll start about the thing that people were talking about. The people were talking about Ned Fulmer, one of the 4 founding members of the Try Guys, announced that he is no longer a member of the Try Guys. Pretty sure I know of the Try Guys because of you. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I probably talked about them before. So, Ned Fulmer, one of the 4 founding members, no longer a member. No longer working with them, could not come to terms with it. They also said that this all comes from the Try Guys saying, hey, Ned's not part of this anymore. We cannot continue to work with him after an investigation. Why? Well, Ned Fulmer had according to Ned, consensual relationship with an employee of Try Guys Media, or Second Try Productions. I forget what they're called. Their company. Ned was engaging in a relationship with an employee. He is one of the founders and bosses of the company. She is one of the earliest employees, but also on screen in videos, engaged. Ned is married and has 2 children. So not only did Ned cheat on his wife, who has been in many, many videos and is on one of their podcasts, and also one of their first hits as the 4 of them separately outside of their former employer where they came together and became well known, is a series documenting the birth of his first child. Ned has made a lot of... the Try Guys have made some portion of their fortune on the relationship that Ned had with his wife. Ned is also a fucking wife guy. He's one of those guys. He's a goddamn wife guy. He's a dad before he was a dad. Part of his persona is that he is a guy that really loves his wife. They have a cookbook, a dating, the 2 of them wrote together. Lots of series about them and their relationship. It's a whole fucking thing. Again, also can't not be overstated. One of the most well-known employees of theirs, who is not one of the 4 original members, was in a relationship with him. And it has to be said that Ned's statement said it was a consensual relationship, which can't be true because you can't be in a consensual equal relationship with one of your employees. You just can't, because I don't care what the corporate structure is like. If one of the founding members of the company goes, hey, we've got to fire this girl, then that happens. And if you have the power to fire someone, you are not on equal footing at all. Now, there are parts of this story that are unfortunately hilarious. The hilarious part of this is there was some, like, Ned wasn't on camera for a while, for a bit there. And so people were like, oh, that's weird. Ned's not around. And, oh, weird. Ariel wasn't on the last week's podcast. That's strange. His wife. Oh, that's weird. And, oh, they're announcing in October they're going from 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. Oh, strange. What's going on there? And then a Reddit user, and this is the unfortunate part that Reddit detectives are involved in this. A Reddit user in one of the Try Guys subreddit was like, I'm pretty sure that at this after party for Harry Styles' concert, I just saw Ned and one of the food babies, Alexandria, from Try Guys, Alexandra, I should say. I'm pretty sure I just saw the 2 of them making out. And people were like, that can't, what? And then there was a photo. And then people were like, oh, Alexandra's fiance took down any photo of her and mention of her on Instagram. And then eventually locked his account. That's weird. And then Ned is no longer a Try Guy. Now, you may have seen the joke, like, oh, the Try Guys did not want to try infidelity, or not all the Try Guys want to try infidelity. That is the easy joke that came out there. The better joke to me is, wow, Ned really does love bad ideas, because that is a ongoing statement from Ned Fulmer, is that he's the king of bad ideas and loves bad ideas. And boy, having an affair with a coworker, or one of your employees, I should say, I'm sorry, when you are the fucking wife guy, is a real bad idea. Throwing away a huge part of your career and your family. Like, if you're gonna be a fucking dumbass, be a smart dumbass, I guess. Nonsense. And hey, maybe they were going through a trial separation and they could see other people. Don't do it with someone who's your employee. And maybe everyone was cool about what was happening, except maybe, I guess, of the fiance. But don't do it when there are people who probably know who you are, looking at you and going, hey, that's Ned Fulmer. I know that's not Ariel, because I know a lot about this dude's relationships. It is messy as shit and weird and not cool. Now, pull back. Who the fuck are the Try Guys and why would I care, Pat? Well, the second part of that is you don't have to. You really don't. I said this to my good friend Eric Pope, who was like, do I have to learn about the Try Guys or am I okay? And I said, Pope, you are too old to care about them, and your children are too young, and they're too old for your children to care about them. So you're okay. And that is probably how I feel about this, folks. If you have young kids, they're not going to be interested in the Try Guys, so you don't have to worry about it. They're not catering to them. Now, I'm glad I was outside of this parasocial circle. Indeed. Now, if you are friends with predominantly straight women who were really obsessed with BuzzFeed in the mid-2010s, you have heard about the Try Guys. You may have just in passing heard about a funny thing Keith said or something about Zach. You may have just heard their first names and not who the fuck these dudes are. But you probably have some idea of who the Try Guys are if you were interested in like 2015, what was going on at BuzzFeed. Because these dudes came from BuzzFeed. They were employees there. They're working on a bunch of stuff. And there was an idea to have some employees try some stuff out. The Try Guys. These 4 dudes kind of came together. They didn't really know each other super well. They maybe had other friends at the office. But they have become friends, actual legit friends, through the process of making videos. And then Eugene, his contract was up. And he was like, I'm out. and I'm going to be doing a lot of other stuff. I would do stuff with you guys outside of BuzzFeed. And then the 3 other guys gave their notice and left and started their own thing, the Try Guys. Now, I got into the Try Guys during the pandemic because they started doing videos like every couple days. And I was looking for content because I was alone and needed content. I wanted stuff to watch. And they are likable blokes. Keith is a Chicago... Well, he's from the South, but he spent a lot of time in Chicago. He's a Chicago improviser and comedian. He's in a musical comedy group. I like Keith Abersberger. He reminds me of many people that I know and knew, and very much was like, hell yeah. Keith and I are on the same page. He does a lot of Eat the Menu, which is they will order one of everything at a fast food place or other restaurant, and he will take one bite of every item. And he goes kind of insane from eating too much. Those are very popular videos. If you were like, that sounds awful, there are people who think that is the best thing that they have ever seen, and they love it very, very much. All right, so I need C1 on this side, C2 on this side. Eugene Yang, I should say, not Lang. Eugene Yang came out and was... Eugene is the example of a queer person that a lot of 20-somethings and 30-somethings who really loved BuzzFeed... Eugene is their, person they always identified with and didn't quite know why, and then he came out, and they were like, oh, is that is why. That's why I love Eugene, because I'm going through my own period of self-expression. Oh, that's Eugene. That's what Eugene is. He's also brilliant and talented and handsome. Jesus Christ. That man, fuck. Unbelievably attractive. I fucking get it. And then Zach is the weird... Zach's my New York friend. I've never met Zach, but he's the New Yorker. He's the neurotic, small little guy who has had his own, kind of coming out as someone with chronic pain. That has been dealing with that and has been an advocate for the disabled community in a way that has been fucking fantastic. And Ned is the kind of guy that you don't remember how you made friends with him. And I don't say that because Ned just left the Try Guys and is involved in a lot of bullshit. I'm saying Ned is the guy that you're like, I don't remember when we became friends, but I love that dude. Because he is like, he was a chemist before he quit that to work at BuzzFeed. But he also was like a frat dude that played soccer and like is, again, full of bad ideas. And that was kind of his thing, was like he was the guy who was the most gung-ho for all the nonsense they were going to do. Because it was like, oh, this seems like a terrible idea. Like, I'll eat this hot. Oh, we're eating hot peppers? Great. I'll take a third bite for no reason. And you're like, Ned, you don't have to do that. He's like, I'm already doing it. And yeah, there are a lot of people that this is their crew. These are their people. This is their parasocial thing. They have like fan art and, they traveled, the Try Guys did a tour and they traveled, people traveled like hundreds of miles to come see them. People went to VidCon just because the Try Guys were going. If you were like, who the fuck goes to VidCon? Well, a certain percentage of people going to VidCon were going there because the Try Guys were there. There was a thing where they I think they might have still went at BuzzFeed. I can't remember, but they went to like LA anime convention. They went to LA anime convention and like, yeah, people fucking stopped them all the time. People were like, oh shit, it's the Try Guys. There is a demographic of people that are just like on board with the Try Guys, 100% into it, psyched about it. Like, there are folks that maybe they like Keith's musical group, Lou Berger, but they really want Keith to come to their college, and that's the only Try Guy they can get to come to their college, so they're going to fucking get Lou Berger to come to their school, even though it's a musical comedy group that some people haven't heard of and aren't going to like it in their college, but this is a way to get Keith there. It is an industry. They get millions and millions of views for their videos. Their podcasts do very well. They had a Food Network competition, or I can't remember. It was some kind of Food Network show. I can't remember what it was because I don't watch cable, so I have not seen it. But they are people that, like, I understand that if you just hear the name, you're like, I don't know what that is, and I don't know why it means anything to me, and I understand that. Look, there's a lot of YouTube that I don't know shit about. I know absolutely nothing about most YouTube drama. Like, people were thinking, somebody asked me yesterday about this chess drama that's going on, and I was like, why would you think I have any idea or opinion on chess drama? But apparently, y'all, there's chess drama. There's world tournament chess drama, and I don't know shit about that. I don't know about people on YouTube that make YouTube videos about drama, and that's all they make it about. Like, I know a bunch about anime. I know some things about video games. I know a bunch about wrestling. Those are the things I know about, and also I do know about the Try Guys, and it is it's a whole fucking thing. So that is, if you see people still talking about Ned Fulmer now, look, people have moved on. Everyone was dunking on Stadia today. Nobody was dunking on Ned Fulmer or the Try Guys in general. So a friend of mine was like, do you think the Try Guys are bummed everyone's making fun of them? And I was like, I mean, they're probably more bummed that this fucking happened because it fucks with their business, and also Ned is their friend. And it's like, well, we know Ariel, like, we choose Ariel, but we just lost one of our founding members. And also, look, I don't know. They haven't made any announcements. I don't know how you keep their, like, Alexandra. I don't know how Alexandra still works there. I don't know how that would fucking work. Because they are a small business. Like, they have employees. But I don't know how that works. Yeah. Also, I bet some of them are bummed out that the only joke that people can make is, I guess the other guys didn't want to try infidelity, huh? Oh, maybe this is an elaborate thing. Like, this is a stunt. It's like, no, it's not. We know it's not. Nobody likes this shit. It's weird. But anyway, I know about that. Yeah, no drama in anime or wrestling. Indeed, Aristophan. There's none of that. So we don't have to worry about that. Worry about me being mad about wrestling, or concerned about wrestling, or worried about wrestling, or angry about wrestling. Oh, God damn it, that piece popped out. I'm trying to put the top part of this kit into the bottom part of this kit without knocking anything over or breaking anything, and I did knock something out. These fins don't fit great. Okay, good. We got that going. These chest fin plate pieces don't particularly fit fantastic. I might put some liquid cement on here, but I don't actually care enough about this particular kit because these legs are weird. Why are they so wide? Why are these legs so wide? But they are. All right, this kit stands up. That's good. There's our kit. Kind of put it like that so it bends over. We now have to do the side skirt, which is really the backpack, and the tail. And then when that's done, we can transform it. We're getting close to finishing this kit, and I guess we'll get into the new one, the Gundiver, 2016 kit that was recently re-released through Premium Bandai that I picked up. It looked neat. So that's the Try Guys. Again, look, most of the shit I watch on YouTube can be categorized as video games and video game accessories. I like that kind of stuff. Repair, stuff about video games, the history of games, that kind of stuff. Wrestling content, news about wrestling, what people are into. Various food videos, be it cooking competitions or the history of a particular food or weird recipes, home recipes, not weird recipes, whatever. I watch a lot of that. Hearthstone. I think I'm at 2 people that do Hearthstone content. No, I'm at 3 people that do Hearthstone content right now. I'm down to 3 Hearthstone content creators. Also, real quick, I am not enjoying this mini set. There was a new mini set from Hearthstone that put out a bunch of new cards. The Jailer, it's a 10 cost minion that destroys the rest of your deck, but makes all your other minions immune to damage. I think that is a fun mechanic, but that is the only card in this new set that I have really any interest in because I just don't like what's been put out there. There's some draw stuff from Demon Hunter that's fine, but I don't really like Demon Hunter. But yeah, I'm for the most part kind of bummed about this particular set. It's just not doing it for me, which is a shame because I would like to like it. It would be cool if I liked this set, but I do not. Let's see other things before we take our pause to the cause in a bit because we'll have to do that. I already talked about Return to Monkey Island. I have completed Return to Monkey Island. I have finished the epilogue. Return to Monkey Island. No spoilers. I talked about before how I liked. There are 2 puzzles that bothered me, and I had to look up one, and the other one I think I solved accidentally. It was not an on purpose solving, and that frustrated me. But also reminds me very much of old times. So 10 out of 10. Very much enjoyed the Monkey Island game. But I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone despite not really enjoying the new mini set. I'm hoping to find a deck in the mini set that I can like. So kind of Evolved Shaman got a little better with the mini set, but not much better. So I'm like playing around with a new Wild Evolved Shaman deck. We'll see. The hint book has been good for me. Yeah, the hint book is fine. I think that has been a fine bit of business. Yeah, for the most part, it was just like old times, and I really enjoyed it. I think we're canceling my D&D game on Saturday, which is a frustrating thing, but it looks like enough of us won't be able to be there. Because I really fucking love playing Dungeons and Dragons with friends. I look forward to it quite a bit. Speaking of tabletop stuff, so I might be going to PAX Unplugged. I will have more details soon, but right now it seems like I might be going to PAX Unplugged. I have submitted 2 panels for PAX Unplugged under the contingent that a certain situation happens that will enable me to go. They are understanding of that. One of those panels is a comedy panel you know very well. The other is not a comedy panel, although it will be fun and maybe funny. It is a informative panel. It is meant to be edutainment. And I will not get into specific details about that panel yet. I think I have talked kind of about that panel without really mentioning it before, but I have ideas of what that panel could be, and I look forward to it. I think it will be very cool, and I think people would be really into it, and it would be useful. So that's it right now. Nothing to confirm, nothing to say this is 100% happening. Can you believe it? I'm going. But right now I am under the belief that I actually might just be attending PAX Unplugged December. And if I do, as usual, I won't stream that Saturday, but I will probably be on a panel that will stream. Now, I won't be able to host it in here anymore. I used to be able to host, but hosting is going away or has gone away. So I won't be able to host it, but I will, tell you about it and you can hang out and watch it, that kind of thing. Um, and then, like maybe I'll do a stream from there depending on where I'm at and how tired I am and all that, but probably not. Might do a check-in panel from Unplugged. But yeah. Yes, Lashbrook, hosting is going away. You will be able to raid, but you will not be able to host streams. Basically, the idea of having your own chat while you watch someone else is something that Twitch, people didn't use enough for Twitch's liking, and they would rather you raid a stream rather than host a stream because they want you to communicate in the person you're watching chat, even if sometimes those chats are terrible or just impossible to communicate in. So so they did away with it, which is, in my opinion, short-sighted. But that's not my place to say, I guess. But yeah, they're getting rid of hosting. It's one of the many changes that are coming. Changes are coming. Oh, we got to build the weapons. I forgot about that. This kit doesn't have a tail. This is the tail. It's already built in. But this kit does have hand swords. So at a certain point, we got to build a hand sword. I can't remember. Maybe it's hand swords. Yeah. There is a hand weapon that we can build. The hand weapon can also go and be the tail. That's what it is. It's both those things. All right, we're going to get to this kit and we'll finish this up because it's only one more step. And then we'll transform it after the pause for the cause. We're going to talk about ways you can support the channel and all that. But we're almost done building this, so let's just get that actually done. Let's see. Anything else I need to say before the pause for the cause? Well, we'll talk about some anime in the second hour, and then we'll talk about what you're playing, what you're watching. I've already talked to you about what I'm playing and watching. Let's see. I enjoyed wrestling last night, considering that some people couldn't attend because of travel stuff. I thought that AEW Dynamite was solid. I thought Chris Jericho versus Bandito was a very good match, and Jericho had a much better showing in that match than he did against Claudio, which I thought was a bad match. So this one was better, and I think that is cool. I thought that Jericho made a good showing of himself in that particular match. While I did not think that the actual elements of it were good, the idea that there was a segment on AEW that featured like 11 women, like eight or 9 women, is remarkable. There was a lumberjack match, or a lumberjill match, if you like to call it that. But there was a match where there were 2 women wrestling and then a bunch of women outside the ring. And that's remarkable. That was the most women we've seen in AEW since the 2021 Casino Battle Royale. And that is unbelievable. So even if I think Saraya is not my favorite, and I don't think her promo was interesting, it also led to, directly will lead to a match that's going to happen tomorrow, or that happened on Wednesday, will be aired tomorrow. Which is very cool, because that means that Rampage is going to have a match featuring 2 women that is not for a belt or the #1 contendership. It is just 2 women that are mad at each other wrestling. And that is great and is 100% goddamn necessary in a women's division, is to have women wrestling each other. I don't know why that's so hard to believe, but it's true. You do need to have women wrestle one another outside of it, have things to do in wrestling outside of wanting to win a title, because there are only 2 of them in AEW. So that means that you're either defending the belt, trying to win the belt, or not on fucking television. The way she's taking credit for all of it on Twitter kind of rubs me the wrong way for someone who's supposed to be a face. Yeah, Lashbrook. One, I don't think she's going to stay a face because she is a great heel. I think that she is using the goodwill and I think that will change over time. But also, she's not, she's taking credit for it, in character, one would assume, and I think that's going to be important eventually as she does these promos. That eventually it'll be like, hey, you might actually be an asshole, huh? I think you're an asshole. And we'll see. We'll see what happens there. All right, so this becomes a blade here that pops into the hand. So we'll pop that in. But yeah, I thought it was fine that she was taking credit for it because I imagine she'll eventually be heel, which would be good for her to do some stuff. But yeah, in general, I mean, if it gets more women on TV for longer segments, that's rad. I think that's cool. Even if she is doing the Women's Revolution shtick, which I don't think is particularly great. It's something. All right, this kit is done. I'm going to show it to you here, and then I'm going to transform it and show you the transformation, which I don't think is good, but we'll do it. And then we will move on to another kit after the pause for the cause. But first, I got to log into my phone to take a picture. All right, there's the kit with its big blade. Big old blade. One photo done. Now, how do I... this I know goes on the back of this. This is the tail. Okay, so I am learning right now how this works because I don't know. Oh, okay, I want to do that. Oh, shoot, I need the other hands. Where'd those go? I might have... All right, hold on. You might hear me. I got to get up out of my chair. I'm getting up out of my chair. I'm walking over here. I'm getting these. All right. And I'm coming back. I said I wasn't going to use these hands, but I do apparently need these hands for this. So here are these hands. So let's see. I don't particularly think this transformation looks good, but we'll do it anyway because it is a transformation of a mobile suit. And so we do want to see that. All right, so we want to put there. We want to do... Also, it might be hard for me to understand what this is saying because, I don't quite know what they want me to do for this, but we'll see. All right, so I think it looks like that. And then this is going to go up. And these are going to go out. Like that. Yeah, okay. I did that part right, I think. And then, oops. And then that comes up like it's not supposed to. Great. Always love that. When something works in a way that is not intended. Okay. And then this folds back. How does this work? Goes like that. Goes up like this. And then it folds. Yeah, that doesn't look particularly great in my opinion, but sure. All right, yeah, that's the flight mode. Yeah, this does not, I don't think this looks particularly great. I could put this on a stand and it might look better on a stand, but it doesn't really do much for me. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, oops. Well, it doesn't help that this piece keeps popping out. That definitely doesn't help it at all, but... And this piece keeps popping out. Yeah, I don't think that looks particularly great. I think that is a weird thing. Yeah, that's the flight mode. Also, without a stand, it's very difficult for this to do anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not going to try to take a photo of that because I don't think that's going to even read. But that is the Zedas. The Zedas is I would describe that as a perfectly fine mobile suit. That is a totally okay model kit that I have built on stream. Now we're going to edit the stream info so that I can change this to Gundiver. This is the Gunpla. Gundiver. Because that's what we're working on. We're working on the Gundiver. Boom. There's the Gundiver. Look at this beautiful goddamn colors. Look at this shit. Look how great this looks. We've got a bunch of polycaps. This is, again, 2016 kit. We've got some stickers. Need those stickers. Got to get those color correcting stickers. We've got a little bit of some water slides that I may or may not use. Probably won't. I might. And then we've got just so much goddamn orange and some off gray and just like yellow. This is a very bright, very, very bright kit. So D, and we got B and C. I got the short beams. Got to have those short beams. All right, so we got B2, A, C, C, and C. That's D. So I'm just going to get these organized here. Just give me a moment to get this all together. There's A, and then D, E. Okay. And put that there. And then E. And then also, I don't remember what this is for, but we'll find the spot that uses that when the time comes. Yes, this is from the Origin. Oh, that's just it all together. That's fun. Not that big of an instruction book here. I don't know a lot about the Gundam, the Gundam Marine type, aka the Gundiver. I don't know a lot about this particular kit, but it is from Origin MSD, the Mobile Suit Discovery. And this was originally released in 2016 and then made available again through the Premium Bandai channel. And I'm excited to put it together. Lots of good English on here, some color instructions, which is nice. Got color instructions in the front of the kit, which is fun. And it's just, it really does feel like a marine type. You got a lot of goddamn blue and orange in here. But we'll primarily be using the black markers for this. So we don't even need to put the marker thing up because we're going to use black on everything. But we're not ready for that yet. First things first, we got to talk about a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk about ways you can support the channel. Everything I'm going to mention here are all optional things that you can do. All of these things are things that you don't have to, but if you would like to, I would love it. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do. It's September, so if you would like to become a subscriber, you can save money today by doing that. Also, gifting a sub to someone in the community would save you money today, so you could do that. Using your Prime token. You have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch, like Sharks2K did at the beginning of the stream, you could do that. That is another way to support what I do here, is using your Prime Gaming token. Also, bits and coins, always appreciate it. That's just like another way to support what I do here, which would be really nice if you would like to jump in. Yeah, those are various ways. Now, there are other ways to support what I do here. Let me actually gotta scoot my chair in. Sorry. There are other ways to support what I do here, right? Like, it's not just that. You could financially support me through various means, and we'll talk about those now. Like, if you wanted to, you could jump in on my Patreon, patreon.com/PatBaer, $1, $3, $5, and $10 tiers. And starting today, the new thing, the subscriptions are monthly, not pay on the first. Now, if you are already a patron, You already are a patron, you get charged every first, no matter what day you signed up for. But all new patrons going forward, it is subscription billing on the day that you subscribed. So I hope that's not confusing. Basically, if you jumped into my Patreon today and paid $1 today, you would not be charged $1 on October 1st for the month of October. You'd be paying for the month that you are subscribing, and you pay at the first of the month. That's how it works. And then if you cancel your subscription, it ends at the end of the month. If you cancel your subscription, it will end before your next billing date, which would be the 29th of October. So that's new. That's beneficial. That will hopefully mean that people will be signing up all month long instead of just on the 1st. So I hope people will consider that. Would love for people to join in the Patreon. If that was holding you back, now you've got an excuse to get in there. So I got my Patreon. I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer. You could jump in there if that's something you would like to do. I would love to have you jump in the old YouTube. Subscribing is free. You could also become a member, and they get charged $2 a month, and then you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. I don't even know what video I'm shooting for next Wednesday. I got to do some research on it. I knew what I was doing the last two, but I don't know for the next one. But you get to see that a day early, which is, pretty fun. And then if monthly subscriptions aren't your style, but you still want to give me a little bit of that money, well, you could go into my PayPal or my Coffee or my Stream Elements and just give directly there. And everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, which also includes AdSense, watch my videos and see those ads, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund, and I buy model kits. The kit I'm working on that I'm just about to start right now, I could not do that without your support. I pre-ordered this kit, the Gundiver, because of your generous support, and I appreciate it very, very much. That's how I was able to work on the Gundiver, or they were able to pick up this Gundiver, which just looks rad, and I'm excited to build it because it's just a cool kit. But I couldn't do that without your assistance, so I appreciate it very much. Now, the last kit I built, the kit I finished tonight, the Zedas, was bought off my Amazon wish list. If you would like to see me stop pulling from my backlog and instead build something that you directly want me to build, well, you could buy something from my Amazon wish list, because the things you buy there jump the queue, became the next thing that I build. Ooh, I forgot to put this in order, so I'm going to drop this down. I restocked my wish list a little bit with some new stuff. I've got some Lego, some new Lego vehicles, some 3-in-1s there. I put in a Gengar. I put a Gengar model kit in there. I would love to build that big Gengar. It's just cute looking. I'd like to put that together. That's $15 on my wish list with free delivery. Not Prime, but free delivery. But yeah, so there's some Lego sets. There's some new cars that I just put into the wish list that you could check out there. See if you want me to build a Ferrari out of Lego. I'll do that. And then inexpensive model kits, very expensive model kits that are on sale, model kits that have free shipping, model kits that are priced way too much. What are they doing? And then I have some tools at the bottom, including a cutting mat that would probably be nice to have as I build on instead of just building on the table directly. And then like a chair and a few other things that would be nice to purchase. For me, you could do that if you wanted to. And again, I shoot a video, it jumps the queue, becomes the next thing I build. There's an alternative to that, because some people were like, Pat, I want to support you, but not on Amazon if I can avoid it. Well, I got a Throne wish list. Jump up on Throne, see if there's something there that you would like to purchase. Some more dedicated, smaller wish list. And then also you can go to USA Gundam Store and buy a gift card there. If you buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store, hold on, let's take a second here. If you buy a gift card at USA Gundam Store, you can get an email. You get an email with the code. Then you send me a DM on Twitter, because my DMs are open, with that gift card code, and then I'll buy something from USA Gundam Store. Maybe it'll be one of those fancy kits they just described as coming out soon. I don't know what it'll be. You could make a suggestion, or I could just be like, what's around the price that you just sent me, and pick something cool from USA Gundam Store. I have a Discord. You can support me. If you want to support me for free, join my Discord if you haven't already. My Discord is very nice, full of lovely people, and I post build photos at the end of a stream. I post stuff I'm working on. For some reason, the exclamation point for that did not copy and paste. There we go. Now, I have other things to show you, some videos. If you missed the stream of this, Pat Baer's Anime Club. I talked about what I watched and what I didn't watch in last season, and I previewed the upcoming season. We already had a couple shows start in the new season, so you can see what I recommended before they even come in. So check out Pat Baer's Anime Club. It was recorded live. It was my 80th Pat Baer's Anime Club, which makes me very happy that I've been able to do this so often. And then also in the comments, you can tell me of that video. Why not go in the comments of the video, tell me what you're watching right now, or what you're excited about watching, or what you'd like to see me do in a future video, because I have one idea, but I'm kind of out of ideas, and so I do need some assistance on there. I gotta really sit down and think about a bunch of kind of videos that I would like to do. I still need to do that like primer on manhwa, the South Korean comic movement. I still need to do a primer on that. I haven't yet. Anyway, also, the other video you can check out is Do You Remembaer? This week, I hastily researched a topic I know a lot about. Pizza Rat. This week was the 7-year and 1-week anniversary of Pizza Rat, and so I talked about the rather lacking information found on the Wikipedia page for Pizza Rat, and then I supplemented that with my own knowledge of Pizza Rat, stuff that was not included. So I kind of like went through it and then just kind of filled in the blanks. There's a lot about like what kind of rat it might be, and then like if people thought the meme died too quickly and why that might be and all that. But they don't even like talk about how it became a meme and where it spawned from and all that other stuff. I talk about that stuff because I'm knowledgeable. So if you want to learn about the true origins of Pizza Rat, and also if you're looking for a video where I dunk on the concept of Zardulu, the supposed person, this my opinion is not a real person, that was invented by somebody that was looking for their YouTube video that was staged about a rat to go viral. So they made up somebody and said that person created Pizza Rat so they could also get more views on their video. If you want to hear my theory on that, there's no facts about that. That's just my theory. I got personal fucking theory on that. Anyway, I'm going to drink some water because I am desperately in need of that. And then we're going to get into working on this new model kit. And we're going to talk about some anime. And then we'll probably chat about other things because that happens too. But for that, I am going to dramatically transition to the overhead right now. All right. Transitioned over. We're back into it. We're going to talk about some anime here. So, I thought that Reincarnated as a Sword was starting today. It's starting yesterday. It's starting next Wednesday, so I couldn't talk about that. So, I noticed that Crunchyroll has slowly been pulling in Funimation stuff and making it available on Crunchyroll, some old stuff. So, they recently added in Maria the Virgin Witch, which aired in, I want to say 2015. I'm going to quickly do that research here. Let me just see. Again, I watched this on Crunchyroll. I watched the first 3 episodes of it. This is based on a manga. And yeah, I believe the anime adaptation, yes, it aired from January to March 2015. There's 12 episodes. It's an IG production, and I believe it was a Funimation joint. And recently got added, and I had not watched it. I did not watch it in 2015 because, I'll be honest with you, friends, it did not seem that interesting to me in 2015. And I was like, I think I'm going to skip this one. But it did get added, so as I begin to work on the Gundiver, our new kit, I will attempt to tell you. Let's see here. Okay. I will attempt to tell you about this anime, Maria the Virgin Witch. So this is set in France during the 100 Years' War. Now, So this is a this is historical fiction, but also alternative world historical fiction, right? Because it's set during a real thing, which is the ongoing, consistent, long-term clashes between France and England that was called the Hundred Years' War. Um, and so Maria is a witch, and she's one of the most powerful witches. Now, apparently, witches should not get involved in the folly of man. They should not use their powers to do so. Uh, Especially because like the church really fucking hates that because they're already not thrilled with the concept of witches, but certainly aren't thrilled with the idea of someone using witchcraft to not do what the church says. So the church is mad at her. People are pretty happy with her. Both countries are upset with her or grateful for her, depending on the situation. It's a whole thing. But you know who's actually pretty fucking bad at our girl, Maria? God. God's fucking not thrilled about it. Or at the very least, the Archangel Michael is just like, hey, Maria, stop doing this. And she's like, no, I'm going to help people. And he's like, all right, well, I'm going to kill you. And then some people show up and are like, some of her followers are like there and they beg for his leniency. Oops, this is not 12. This is 21. So I pulled the wrong piece out of here. And he's like, fine, I won't kill you. But I got some stuff you're going to have to do. You're going to use magic, not in front of people. Also, you ever lose your virginity, guess what? You're not going to be a witch anymore. We'll take your powers away. Which seems weird. If you're like, Pat, that's a weird thing. Yes. And also, I'm going to be putting an angel named Ezekiel. They're going to hang out and make sure that you aren't fucking around. So you aren't so if you are using your magic, that commoners do not see it. And I think that's specific, that it's just like regular people, and that way you can use it like without people knowing, use illusion magic or whatever. So this is like the conflicts of that, the helping people, Michael constantly showing up, being mad at her and threatening her, and then like more stuff happens. If you're like, hey Pat, is it the fact that she's a virgin super important to the story? Yes. Is the fact that her name is Maria, and that kind of sounds like Mary? Is that also? Oh no, he's not there to make sure she's not fucking around. Oh, so by fucking around, I did mean using magic all the time, but I also might have meant making sure she's not gonna fall in love with anyone and sleep with them. But really, he's really mostly there. She, I believe Ezekiel, or I cannot remember actually. Maybe non-binary. Ezekiel is really there to make sure that Maria is not doing witchcraft in public. I think this looks beautiful. I totally understand why I now know why I did not watch this in the past, because it is not necessarily a thing that I would be super into. I'm glad I watched 3 episodes of it because I think it is beautiful looking. 2015, it's all digital and looks great. But I kind of understand why I was like not super, why I like didn't watch it when it aired, and also why I've never heard anyone talk about it. Now that doesn't mean that things can't be good. Just because I don't know people that like it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that I just don't know people that love it. I just haven't met the fans of it. I would not necessarily recommend you go out and check it out. I do like that Crunchyroll continues to be putting things that they did not originally have, like, back in there, and adding things to the lineup. I think that's cool. I think that's good of them to be filling out the stuff from Funimation. But I think I understand why I've never heard of like people who are super goddamn into this show, because it wasn't like, I don't know. I'm not racing to watch the other ones. I'm not like, oh well, tomorrow if the power doesn't go out, I'm going to be watching the next several episodes of Maria the Virgin Witch. Maybe I will start to love the characters. I already think that the familiar she has, like there's at least one familiar whose name does unfortunately escape me. Looked cool. Lord Crash says, I saw that Shenmue anime was canceled for a season 2. That might be more HBO's doing than Crunchyroll. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the Shenmue. I couldn't look, Lord Crashington. I can't imagine a world where I would watch an anime based on a video game that I found incredibly boring and tedious. Because I did not enjoy Shenmue when I played it when it came out, and I was starving for video games to play. That was a boring ass game that I wanted nothing to do with, and the idea that an anime based on such a boring video game, I was like, nah, I'm good. So I generally, we will never get the complete story of Shenmue. Indeed, now it is ruined, Lashbrook. You're right. I would say generally, you don't see a lot of, we started working on it and now we're canceling it. In anime usually is, we're doing it, or we're not doing it, or hey, we did it. It's not like we're gonna do it, now we're not gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Ask me anything about Shenmue. I don't remember it. I remember like terrible controls for like moving objects around on like a forklift. I remember a forklift and being like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't remember a lot about Shenmue. Tom the hot dog vendor. Yeah, Lord Crashington, I don't remember anything about Tom the hot dog vendor. Nope. Does not ring a bell. I'm sure that I either thought he was the worst or I thought he was the best. And nothing in between. But I have no memory of that character existing, or if I have any fond or bad memories of that character. Shenmue had no lasting impact on my life in any way, shape, or form. It might as well have never existed. Anyway, Doomsday with My Dog. I got 2 episodes to talk about this. This is the post-apocalyptic comedy short series about a dog, Shiba Inu named Haru, and his master, who is the last surviving human on the planet. We never really learn exactly so far anyway what happened there, but we do know that shit went down, and there's not the world as we know it left. Highlights from this one: Haru's childhood dog appeared in the last episode. Haru's childhood friend, who is a dog, appeared and thinks that Haru is real cool, especially because apparently Haru has painstakingly learned the difference between different colors, which is an odd thing to say. But yeah, because dogs see things in monochrome, but apparently Haru has learned to see colors, which is a weird thing to say, but that is, this is a weird little series. And also Haru is not afraid of thunder, which is cool. Haru's master, our human friend, wishes that ice machine still worked because she misses ice on the hot summer Japan days. There was a fun little exchange about that. And she does figure out how to make bread. There's a whole thing of like Haru shaking after a bath, and then they put a thing in there to shake butter, basically to churn butter in a little container around Haru's neck, which I don't think would work, but sure, because they were getting bread cooked. And then we have a flashback. Sometimes we get a flashback of some of the better times, pre-apocalypse times with them. And then we have a little thing about how Haru used to do tricks in exchange for food, but then as the tricks need to keep happening, on social media, because Haru's master would film Haru doing those tricks, that then became money, and then it became less and less money because, like, she wasn't making money off this stuff, but she was getting likes. But you can't buy treats with likes. Is an important thing that we learned in this show. D23. And that is, that's Doomsday with My Dog. Again, just getting a couple episodes a time. Slowly putting that out. I still enjoy this series because it is silly and weird. And I do like silly and weird. All right, so I need E19. This is E2. Here's E1. Great. E19. We're getting this chest together. This kit, I don't know if it will go together fast, but it should go together pretty quickly. And then we will panel line all of this. I actually should look at this. So this is light. This is gray, but it's kind of a light gray. So I don't know if we should do gray marker on this or if we should do black marker. Will black marker be too much? I think you know what? We'll just do black marker, and if it's too much, we'll tone it down on the other pieces. So we'll see this right now. We'll find out right now. I think we're gonna do all of this in black. But that's the anime that I watched. Yeah, I think that looks fine. I think this is totally fine to do this in black. We'll just do the whole kit in black. Yeah, that looks good. Just get some panel lines in here before we put this all together. So this takes place after Clout shutdown. Yes, this is in a post-Clout world. Great. Yes, now we have dated it. But yeah, Doomsday with My Dog continues to be a cute series. I'll keep watching that. I have so much goddamn anime to watch on Saturdays. I might not be talking about Weekly Pop Team Epic because that show makes no goddamn sense. But just know that I'm going to be watching Pop Team Epic. But I think I'm making the decision not to watch Pop Team Epic weekly for coverage. And then that leaves me 4 shows to watch on Saturday. Because all of them come out on Saturday. None of them come out on Friday. So that would leave me... Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out Season 2. I'm the Villainous, so I'm Taming the Final Boss. Pop Team Epic Season 2. I think, I'm going to take that out of my rotation and just... I'll be watching it, but not covering it. Spy Family Part 2. And I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. And that's not counting any other shows that are starting later in the month that I don't know about. And then for Monday, I'll talk about Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Beast Tamer, and Management of a Novice Alchemist, which, and also Do It Yourself hasn't come out yet, but I think that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I hope it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because right now, my Thursday streams are just Doomsday with My Dog and Reincarnate as a Sword. I don't know if there's other, there's gotta be, other stuff for me to on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think, but we'll see. As far as I know, actually this is a good time for me to do some investigative reporting, friends. I am going to investigate right now if it has been announced where. All right, so we're doing airing here. Has it been announced where we are watching Bleach? Let me see here. We're doing next airing date. Okay, we got My Master Has No Tail. Not watching that. My Hero Academia, Uzaki-chan, Stronger, Villainous, Spy Family. Oh yeah, also Berserk, The Golden Age I'm not watching because I do not like any of the last 10 years of Bleach animation. I think it looks awful. Pop Team Epic I'll be watching. Get Wind, Tabor, Alchemist. Golden Kemi I'm not watching because I stopped watching that series. Here we go. Here's a show that I will be checking out. Encouragement of Climb, Next Summit. I might try that. I don't know because it's like season 3, and I've never watched any of the rest of it. But I might watch it on High Dive because it's about girls climbing. I might be checking that out. I fucking again, I don't know. I have not watched previous seasons, so I don't know if I will. Let's see. Eminence and Shadow is right now. Eminence and Shadow is like the only isekai I'm not going to watch because I did not enjoy the manga, so I am not going to watch that. Reincarnated as a Sword. Yeah. Okay, we'll be checking that out on Wednesday. Oh, Mob. Mob is coming out. Okay, there's my Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday show. Is Mob Psycho 100 season 3. We got Mob season 3. That is going to be a Wednesday show. And I'll be watching that, certainly. Do It Yourself, also a Wednesday show. Looks like I'll be watching that as well, because at least the first episode I want to try it. It's, girls in a DIY club. It looks like a lot of them. It's a slice of life. It's on Crunchyroll. And of course, I won't be watching Love Alternative Season 2, or Part 2. Season 2. Because, no, thank you. Welcome to Demon School Irmakun. I have not decided if I will be talking about that on stream or not. I have not made the call on that one yet because it's tough. It becomes tough. So this is the thing, right? It becomes more and more difficult to talk about shows the longer they go. Lashbrick says, I don't know what I'm going to do about Mob. I've only watched that show dubbed. I would say you should get into the sub because the sub is great. The voice actors are fantastic. Everyone does a really good job. Give it a shot. I don't know. Watch some of the episodes you already saw in the dub. See if you watch the dub episodes. Watch the subtitles. See if that's right for you. Yeah. So Mob and Welcome to Demon School. Maybe I shouldn't be watching those and talking about them weekly. Because they're like in season 3, and it kind of be tough to watch something like that and expect people to know what I'm talking about. So I haven't fully decided that yet. I need to make that decision. I'll know by Thursday if I'm going to be talking about that. And then Bocchi the Rock, I also kind of want to watch, and that's another weekend show. I am not going to be talking about weekly Yawamushi Pedal because that is just like, there's too much baggage for that show because it's been on. There's so many seasons of it. It's not baggage bad. It's just there's a lot of that show, and I think it would be weird for me to start covering it now out of nowhere when I've never covered it before. So that might just be a show for me. And then, look, we've got days left on this. We don't know where Bleach is going to be. No one has claimed they have Bleach right now, which is weird. Because it's out in 10 days. We don't know who has Bleach. And then Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna watch and talk about that. Ooh, Chainsaw Man ends up on Hulu too. Nice for Hulu fans. Yeah, I think that's probably it for all the shows that are gonna get added. For me to check out. I think yes, I believe that Chainsaw Man will be the end of the new shows being added for me to watch. Hey, we just got a raid by Puppet Jared. Welcome, raiders. Hey, everybody. That's a party of 20 coming in. That is a raid. Nice. That's the Bad Cartoon raid. Thank you all so much for being here. If you're new to the stream, my name is Pat Baer. I build model kits and Lego sets, and we talk about anime and video games and wrestling and pop culture stuff. Tonight we talked about the YouTube drama with the Try Guys and infidelity, because I can explain that, and I'm sure some people were like, I don't know what a Ned Fulmer is. It's bad that he cheated on his wife, right? Like, yes, it is. And I built model kits. We talk about stuff, and I hope you're excited to be here. I hope you had a great time with old Puppet Jared. I assume watching very so bad they're good, and maybe also so bad they're terrible cartoons. Because it's a Thursday, and I imagine that's what you're doing over there with old Jared. Working on a model kit from the year 2016 that was re-released this year as a premium kit. Premium Bandai kits are basically, sometimes they're just like weird versions of kits that they don't think would sell to the mass market. So that way they can get by with having lots of stickers to make it work, and then selling it to people like me who go, oh, the Gundiver. Ooh. Yeah, I'll buy the Gundiver. It's kind of like the RX-782, but underwater, and for some reason has blue and white as its colors, and orange. Look, you don't need to know a lot about mobile suits and model kits to know that there aren't a lot of robots that are orange. It is a criminally underutilized color, in my opinion. So I am very pleased to be putting this together. We were talking about the upcoming and current anime season because guess what, folks? New anime is always happening, but they do it seasonally. And this season, which technically started this past Saturday, but really kicks off this weekend, there's a whole lot of very cool anime coming out. Some of it is going to be brutally sad and brutally violent, like Chainsaw Man and Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury, which is going to be sad and also cool as hell. There's just going to be a lot of stuff coming out that is going to be pretty fantastic, but also, and there'll also be stuff that's like really cute. You got your Spy Family Part 2. Hey, if you call yourself someone, you think about yourself and you go, I'm not much of an anime watcher, Pat. I don't watch a lot of anime. But I do, but I have liked some anime. If you've liked some anime, I think that you would like Spy Family. And the first part already is out there. The second part is starting up on Saturday. First part's already available for you. It is it's a spy thriller, but also a show about a found family. What happens when a spy and an assassin become the guardians of a girl with ESP who doesn't understand why that's special. And also, there's a fucking dog that they teased in the first part of the season. They were like, hey, we're going to get a dog. And now they're like, oh, we're actually getting this dog. And it's a great dog. Anya rules. You have seen fan art of Spy Family because you exist on the internet. So you have seen fan art of Anya and her wonderful expressions and faces. It is a adorable show that also does take violence and murder pretty lightly in odd ways. And look, is there anime bullshit in it? There's some anime bullshit. I can't prevent anime bullshit from happening, friends. I don't have that ability. Now, is it the worst anime bullshit that I've ever seen? No. Like, the main woman, her brother, her relationship with her brother is it's not like, oh, this is bad. We got to stop. I can't watch this show anymore bad. But it is that's weird. That's almost too weird. It's almost anime bullshit levels of weird. But it's not the worst. But that's the only caveat I can give it is I don't know. That brother and the sister relationship is it's not anime bad, but it's not great, we'll say. But overall, lovely show. Spy Family, that's a show you get behind. Now, if you're not a big anime watcher and you're not up in all the anime bullshit, there's a lot of stuff this season that I can tell you that there's an anime about someone that died and was reincarnated in a fantasy world, and you're like, oh, cool, as a cool adventurer, a warrior, or a wizard, or took over the body of someone, and it's trying to figure out how the world works, and it's kind of cool and chill. No. In this particular anime, our main character is a fucking sword. That's right. A dude got reincarnated as a goddamn sword. And then a young beast girl, a young cat girl named Fran, who is the best. If this season has the best girl, it's already Fran. Fran is like escaping from people that want to put her into slavery, and picks up the sword, and the sword is like, hell yeah, let's do this thing. And then they become fast friends and, master disciple. And it's about a cute cat girl with a sentient sword going on cool action adventures and helping people. And it's like, what the fuck? This is an anime? And the answer is yes. And that's one of those animes that, like, I don't know if you will watch it. I don't know if I can tell you that it's cool, but I'm going to watch it. Yes, I am aware of the... Lastbrook, I am very much aware of the anime movie that is a real movie about a girl that meets a boy, and that boy is in trouble, and she's going to help that boy, even if that boy also is, at some point, for maybe the whole movie, besides the beginning and the end, a talking, moving chair. And if you're like, Pat, isn't that a Prosy D bit about an anime called Cherem anime, where there is a girl, and she is the only human girl, and every other character in the thing is a anthropomorphized appliance and furniture? Yeah, that's a well-regarded anime director is making a movie that is the real version of a bit that Prosy D made. Because the world is fucking weird. Look, did he rip off Prosy D? No, he didn't rip off Prosy D. Is it weird that these two things exist in the same universe? And by that I mean our world. I mean, it is weird. It is a weird thing that both those things exist. It's strange, in my opinion. But yes, I am aware of that movie. It looks great and weird. There's a cat that, like, is both very cute and awesome, and also probably fucking evil as hell. Probably evil. And, and it appears to be a movie where if you are nice enough and a good enough person, your family will understand. They won't understand what you're about to do, but they will understand that you got to go do some shit. And they're like, great, see you later. Talk to you soon. And they're just on board, which I do like. I like that message of, like, look, if you're responsible enough, you can go do a nonsense thing. And the people in your life are going to be like, all right, yeah, I'm good. Good luck. Good luck to you. Hope it goes well. But yeah, lots of anime coming out. I will be watching Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out Season 2. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss, which I already started watching the first episode before, and is pretty great. What other anime will I be just checking out as I figure out where this goes here? Spy Family Part 2. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farming related skills. And you're like, Pat, that title that's just the premise of the anime? Yes. The premise of the anime, I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farming skills, is a dude that focused on being an awesome farmer, and somehow, while focusing on being an awesome farmer, all his stats went up and he became incredibly overpowered. And then people keep trying to use him in battles or to get him to help them in fights and stuff. And he's just like, all of the things you're asking me to do get in the way of me being a great farmer. Now, is there more to that than that? Yes, I know there's more to it than that, because that would be weird if that was it. But there is more going on than just that. And it is totally worth checking out, because I think the manga is pretty fucking fun. So I will be watching that. Let's see. What else am I watching? Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury. The prologue is available on YouTube. It is sad. It is beautiful looking and fucking sad as hell, because it's a Gundam series, and things don't work out great in Gundam series unless they are directly aimed at children and about making mobile suits, making gunpla. Beast Tamer, which is not an isekai. There are actually, legitimately, folks, not that many isekai this season. And I think I'm only watching 2 of them. Yeah, weird. Because Eminence and Shadow I'm not watching, which I think is the 3rd one. There might be one more. But yeah, I'm Irmakun is a isekai. Irmakun is in the demon world. He was taken from his world to the demon world. Irmakun is an isekai, and I will be watching that. So I answered my own question. I'm watching 3 of them. Beast Tamer is about a dude that Hey, let me if you heard this before. He was in the Heroes Party, and then the Heroes Party was like, "Get out of here. We don't want you here anymore." Because you say you're a beast tamer, but like you're just holding all our luggage and like helping us out. We don't really need you. Then he meets a cat girl who is like, "Hey, you should be my tamer." And he's like, "Does that work? I thought it was just monsters." And he's like, "No, it'll work for..." She's like, "No, it'll work for me. It'll work on demi-humans." And then he becomes incredibly powerful because they share their abilities. And there's a dragon girl, and there's like elves and all these other stuff. And they are helping people. They are helping people out. But it is incredibly and utterly, unbelievably cute and cool. And there's some action, but it's fine. It is a pretty chill action series. Lashbrook wants to know if I think that the prologue is just the first episode. S Ghost just rated. We got a second raid of the night. Thank you so much, Raider. And welcome people that came in. My name is Pat Baer. I'm working on a model kit. We're hanging out. I was just asked a question if I think that the prologue for Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury is the first episode. And I'll answer that question, last week. No, it's the prologue. It'll be on the Blu-ray set in Japan. It's out. This is Gundam's first serious show in a really long time. And I think Sunrise... Also, Sunrise's last not Gundam series did not do well. So I think they're trying to... One, they have to shake off the perception that the only Gundam series are for children, because there's the live action one that came, the mixed media one that came out. All the last few Gundam series have been about kids building Gunpla or having digital mobile suits. And so I think that they put the prologue out to amp up hype for adults and teens to be like, hey, the Gundam you like is coming back. Check out this Gundam. So I do not think that is that the prologue is just the first episode or the first 2 episodes. I will do my due diligence and see if this information is anywhere else. Nope. Yeah, nothing extra there. Now, do I think that the first episode is going to reference stuff in the prologue? Possibly. I think that's totally possible. Yes. But it doesn't seem to be a new... It seems to be its own thing. So, just a prologue and not the episodes. Because sometimes they will say episode 1 and they'll just put it out early. But I don't know. I guess the real test will be when I watch the first episode on Saturday. Okay, so Annie Chart lists it as the sequel to Witch from Mercury Prologue. Now, that's not saying they exactly, definitely, 100% know. But I would say the folks at Annie Chart are more clued into the realities of what's going on than I am. So I'm gonna go with them on that. All right, so we've got we got parts of our backpack set here. We're not done with the backpack. We got some of it set. We don't really have to. We can panel line this a little bit here. This will be on the back of the kit, so we don't really see it, but we can still put a little bit of marker on here. Get a little bit of that going. Just a little bit here. I love the orange on this kit. It's unbelievably fantastic looking. The blue is great too. These are fantastic colors. This is such a visually striking kit. That's the reason why I decided this was going to be something that I worked on. Was it was just so striking. It's the colors, and I like a good Gundam. I like building a good Gundam, and I had not, I hadn't built this kit before. Thought it would be nice to put together. This came out as a premium kit when Premium Bandai, the site, was not something that was easily accessible for people. So I thought that would be cool to work on. And we are going to wrap up the stream there, though. I apologize for the folks that came in on a raid literally 3 minutes ago. But I'm wrapping things up. So you run the risk, folks. The person we're going to go raid tonight, they could suddenly decide that they don't want to stream anymore, and then we'll feel like real fools. But we are going to go on a raid. That is how we end every stream. We always end with a raid because we had nice raids coming in from people. So we should go and share the love with somebody who's doing something awesome out there. Let's go find somebody doing cool shit, and we'll go hang out with them. Who is on my list doing things? When did that happen? I mean, Ben doesn't need our views, but when's the last time that Ben streamed? My friend Ben does not stream that often anymore. So let's see. When did he go live? 54 minutes ago. So he is definitely still streaming. He's working on some stuff. He's working on a Warhammer painting, I believe. So we're going to go raid Bengineering, my friend Ben, who's a great person and doesn't stream that often because of his current job. But Ben is working on some Warhammer painting, which is similar to model kits, but not really. But it's always fun when we can raid someone who is doing something in the same universe as what we're doing. Obviously, Warhammer, Gundam, not the same universe, but you know what I mean by that. Anyway, we're going to go raid. So come along on this raid as Ben puts together some figure things and gets into some painting. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Ben's community is wonderful. The Bengineering crew is fantastic. You're going to love Ben because he's just a good, solid person. I hope you come back on Saturday. Look at my Twitter in case I lose power due to the hurricane. Maybe I won't have a stream on Saturday. I hopefully will. And I'll see you there. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great night. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.